Hi, good morning and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to analyze my predictions which were made for the fourth T20 between India Women and Sri Lanka Women. So without wasting time, let's get right into it. Guys, we had a great game. India scored the highest they can. Sri Lanka scored the highest they could. Going back to my first prediction that I had made, Smriti Mandhana. Well, she was back with a bang. You see, that's how energy works. Some days your star players don't perform. Some days your star players, well, they just justify why they were star players in the first place. Some days guys sitting on the benches can actually have a good day out there, but they are just warming the bench. And that is the entire logic of us doing these videos, because we want the coaches to understand something. A day energy aligns perfectly with some players and it sort of goes against the energy of some other players. For example, Renuka Singh, or the bowler. She had a great game the previous game where she picked up 4 wickets. Alright. And this game she went wicketless. And she got clobbered around the park. So you understand how energy works, right? And I guess I'm the only person in India who's doing this right now. And I can pinpoint to you exactly which player is going to do well on which day. Generally speaking, I can at least help those who are on the benches get a game, right? Because, well, if it's your day and if you're sitting on a bench, that's injustice. And if it's not your day and you're out there playing, well, you're likely to be a liability for your team. And that's how energy works. And believe me when I say this, guys, I have been analyzing more than 200 games now. All right. And I have noticed this pattern where an energy of a day aligns perfectly with some players and it goes against some players. So it's not a given that your star players will perform every day. It's not a given that the guys on your benches are not suitable to play on any given day. All right. You should not wait for an injury to happen for those guys to cut in. That's my point, because some of your guys sitting on the benches could have actually won you games. Right. The first prediction I had made was Smriti Mandhana. I had clearly said she's going to have a great game. And well, she was the highest scorer for India. Right. She came roaring back into form. And I had said she's going to go roaring from ball 1. That is Shefali Verma. Shefali Verma was the second highest scorer for India, just behind Smriti Mandhana by 1 run, right? So, you see how energy works? It works in strange ways, but it's very accurate. Also, I had said Richa Ghosh will come in and play a cameo. See how that turned out, right? And when the energy is with you, what happens is catches get dropped, edges go for 4s, right? LBW decisions are overturned. All of that happened with Richa Ghosh. All of that happened with Smriti Mandhana as well. All right. Initially, she was very edgy. Inside edge goes to the boundary. LBW decisions are overturned. Right. Catches are dropped. All this happens. And this is what happened with Richa Ghosh as well. She scored a blistering 40, the third highest scorer. Right. Also, I had said Harmanpreet would do well if she had a substantial period of time out in the middle, which she didn't, but she did pretty well. Well, Harleen Deol didn't get her chance, so there's not much we can say about that. I had also said the Sri Lankan openers will do very well. Right? This entire series, mind you, for 3 continuous games, the Sri Lankan openers have not done well. Alright, it's just been one start here and there. But yesterday's game, the 4th T20, both the Sri Lankan openers, the energy was aligned perfectly with them. And I'd called this early, alright, I had already called this early. Chamari Atapattu, well, she played a blistering knock. And I had clearly mentioned her as well. I had also mentioned Hasini Pereira. And both of them got off to a flyer. And who got them out? No guesses, but Arundhati Reddy. That is another name that I had popped up, right? So you see how energy works, guys. Your star bowler of the previous game, Renuka Singh, I didn't even mention her. because I knew the day's energy was not aligned with her. Right? That was the star bowler for India, just a game before. And in this game, it was all about Arundhati Reddy, Sri Charini. Well, Sri Charini also picked up a wicket. But a lot of catches were dropped off her bowling, so, well, she could have picked up more wickets, for sure. I also clearly mentioned Harshita Samara Vikrama and Imesha Durhani. Right? Both of them played very good supporting knocks. And who knows if they would have had some more overs to play with. Well, they could have gotten over the line. Sri Lanka also, mind you, made their highest T20 score against India on that day, right? And so this is how energy works, guys. I also mentioned Nimasha Mipage. She picked up a couple of wickets against India, if I'm not wrong. And I think she's the one that got Mandana or Shefali Verma out, one of these guys out. Anyway, that's beyond the point. What I want to clearly mention here is Malki Madara, the Sri Lankan fast bowler. The energy was aligned perfectly for her yesterday. But for some strange reason, the management decided to rest her. You see how much of a effect that has had on the game. Now just imagine if she was in the side, what difference she could have made, right? So again, this is the study of energy. This is the study of energy predictions. And guys, I want to make one thing very clear. None of this information is to be used for any gambling or betting or sports fantasy purposes. All right. This is purely for entertainment basis, and this is actually for coaches. This is actually for team management. They need to know whom to bench and they need to know whom to play on a given day. Because, well, on school level, college level, I have been a cricketer myself. And it was very frustrating. When I knew I could do well on a given day, I was asked to just ferry water around. All right. So that is something which I have faced personally. And that is something which I don't want budding cricketers to face. All right. So this is an effort in that direction where I would want the team management and the team coaches to listen that if an energy aligns perfectly with a certain player, they need to be out there on the field, not warming benches. With that, I take your leave and we'll meet soon again for the 5th T20 energy predictions. All right, between India and Sri Lanka. And till then, I'd like to request you guys, if you're liking my videos, if you're watching my videos, to at least hit subscribe. All right, I need that support. Thank you and goodbye.